$15,000 retainer, and litigation they thought could go into six figures. I don't see much democracy in that, which saddens me.
Yeah, I'm unclear as to what they would charge you that much for, but
because they were saying that
they
were saying a lawsuit against a state university in effect becomes a lawsuit against the state of New York.
I don't know that you need a lawsuit. I think that you just need assistance in getting documents.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly wouldn't sue the.
Well, if there's no money in it for the lawyer, though, they're not going to do that for free.
Right.
They won't do that on contingency.
No, that's very possible.
And I don't have the hundreds of dollars that, or thousands that lawyers would pay even just for a simple letter to be sent.
Or I guess I would make my requests through the channels that they suggested and keep document.
I mean, why they appointed Clarence McNeil, who I had told the people at the university that they should never contact me again because he'd sent my home address to a professor I'd reported to him for academic dishonesty, sexual harassment, and retaliation. I mean, if he's telling the truth that the university appointed him as my sole contact, that was incredibly perverse of them to do. I don't see why I should have to have my sole contact be a man who sent me a fraudulent and intimidating cease and desist order, who sent that to my mother even, when he had no right to be doing that. And, I mean, the professor, I don't understand why this man is, he's a visiting assistant professor. He's been there 15 years without getting tenure. He doesn't do research. He published a book review in 2002, and he has a PhD, and I've published more than he has, even before I had a BA. And, McNeil, when my mother and I had met with McNeil on December 5th, and I mentioned that the man was a visiting assistant professor and not tenured, McNeil laughed, and he said, "Oh, well, he's not the university's problem. We can just send him home then, And then a couple days later, he's, sending threatening emails to me and my mother that I have to forget about this professor. I mean, that's weird. The professor's wife is, she's an official for CSEA. That's not the union for professors, but they do have 761 employees at the University at Albany. She's threatened local school districts with expensive litigation if they don't hire back people they fired for things like, there was one bus driver for Shenendehowa who had threatened to kill a whistleblower, Donna Batari. I don't know if you know that case.
No, but I don't know that it has very much to do with this situation. I mean, I understand that it has a relation in that case probably governs the reaction that this campus took with respect to you.
Yeah, I think so.
But it doesn't really change what it is that I think needs to be done. And I really think that you probably need the assistance of an attorney at this point because things have just been confused beyond the point where there's a simple solution. Or I would also recommend an equally viable solution would be to make your requests through the channel that they provided and document your requests, maybe even send them registered mail.
Well, I could do that, but supposing that more retaliation ensues,
Then you would have a problem. Then you would have a case. Then you would have something that could be looked into. But I don't know that, your definition of retaliation and the legal version of retaliation may be very different. Simply not responding is an issue, which, would require a response from someone else to assist you to get those records. But they're offering you an avenue to obtain the information you're looking for.
I don't know. it seemed to satisfy the U.S. Department of Education because they are investigating it, and if they didn't think that it was anything like retaliation, they would have said, well, we can't investigate.
I don't assume things. Until someone tells me something, I don't assume it. I don't think it's a very, very unhealthy thing to do is to assume what someone else believes.
Well,
But what I know that would probably help this situation would be either following the guidelines they've provided for you to obtain the information or obtaining an attorney.
yeah.
Two very simple solutions. And I think if you did so via registered mail and you say you needed a copy of your transcripts and you did so via registered mail, that's a normal business. It's a normal business transaction. There shouldn't be any problem with that.
I would think. I mean, August 2nd, I had filed a Freedom of Information Law request for 18 SUNY oaths of office. That's something that's supposed to be available to the public kind of even without citing the FOIL. And the records access officer never responded to it. And that letter from McNeil, the email first, August 3rd, prohibiting me from filing any more FOIL requests. Now, I mean, why would they do that? They could just send me those requests, bill me. Well, I'd have to pay for it first, send it to me.
Yes, sir. Well,
and no problem
you
there.
would need. That's something you would definitely need an attorney for, because we certainly don't deal with FOIL requests on other agencies here.
I see.
But I think those are your avenues, quite honestly.
Well, I mean, I thank you for the suggestions. I guess those do seem to be my only avenues, as you say.
I don't know if they're your only ones, but they're certainly the easiest and most available.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I wonder, I had asked about oversight for university police departments, and you said you weren't sure about that. Is that something that you could look into? Not Albany County Sheriff's Office actually investigating, but if, you could just look into, well, who actually is in charge of that, and just let me know. Is that something that you'd be able to do and willing?
Say that again.
Well, I wanted to know what kind of oversight there is for university police departments, outside of the police department itself. So without kind of...
There has to be a state agency
I would think.
that oversees that.
I would
and
think.
Quite honestly, I don't know what it is because it's not something that I would normally seek.
Right. But is it something that you could seek just to provide me that information?
To find out if there's an agency?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that out. And then I'll call you back. I've got your number.
Yeah, or if you want to email me, that would be okay too. But if you
Okay.
if you want to call, that's all right as well.
All right, very good. Let me see if I can find that out.
All right. Well, I mean that'd be very nice if you could do that. I'd appreciate that, and I appreciate kind of all the time you took to speak to me about this. It's that's been very nice. I appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you very much, and I'll get something back to you. I'll find something out.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.